Welcome to the hottest show on the planet. I see Gray with Class. This is the pop-up version. I am your host, Aaron Lavender, and I'm still waiting for my people to get involved, but if they're not here, I will represent for them. That's my brother, Stephen P. Stack. That's my sister, Chantel Fountain. Not Fountain. It's Henry or...
Steffens. Aaron.
I just call her Chantel. Sorry, Shanny. I'm just excited. And of course, my man, Bronco McCart. I love you guys. I miss you guys. But today we have a very special guest. This is one of the reasons why I started this I See Gray with Class is because of moments like this. It's probably my most, most impactful show, I believe. So I want you guys who's been rocking with us for over 10 years now. I want to thank you for your support and your love, and you'll continue to watch our show and program. But you guys are in for a treat because this is about community here. And for the first time, what I'm going to do is I'm gonna go around the horn because I don't want to mess you guys' name up. As you see, I messed up Chantel, and she's been with me forever, and I've been knowing her since my whole life, pretty much. So I'm gonna go around the horn. But we got Michigan Works in the house, along with MCOP CEO Stephanie Kasprzak. But for Michigan Works, can you please? I'm gonna do Stacey T, and Stacey is other Stacey on yet? I don't know if she's on.
Stacey T's not here yet.
Stacey T's not here, so Stacey M.
Yes.
Tell us your name and who you're with and why you're a part of this, what we're doing on November 5th.
Sure. So my name's Stacey McCoy. I'm the director here at Michigan Works, Monroe American Job Center. We are the Michigan Works agency for the entire Monroe County area, and we work with folks who are looking for jobs, looking for retraining. We have lots and lots of different programs. And thanks to one of our fantastic partnerships with MCOP, Stephanie had reached out and said Men on a Mission is on a mission to do a job fair event extravaganza. And she looped us in because she knows that we are definitely involved with employers and job seekers in the community. So I got my team together, and I have two on the call today right now, Cari and Jody. I'll let them introduce themselves in a minute and talk about what they do here. But what we decided to do was the three of us got together, kind of partnered, sat down and said, what do we want to do for some folks in Monroe County? And we are going to put on a spectacular and amazing job fair, opportunity fair on November 5th from 3 to 6 p.m. at the Opportunity Center. And we are very looking forward to the event. I'm going to let Jody go next. She can talk a little bit about some of the employers that she's kind of spoken to, and then she'll turn it over to Cari to talk about some of the programming that we have that she works with here. So Jody.
All right. Come on in, Jody.
Hi, Jody Petroff. I'm a business service representative at the Monroe Michigan Works location, and I was invited to participate in this job fair because we host job fairs here quite regularly. So I wouldn't call myself a pro yet, but I have a little bit of experience behind me. And then in my role as a business services representative, I'm working with the businesses in Monroe County. So we have that relationship built where we can reach out and ask them to participate in different events and have conversations about, what differentiates this one. And so we've had a lot of positive feedback from businesses in Monroe seeking to hire Monroe County job seekers. So we're looking forward to it. Very good, positive event.
Fantastic. And Cari?
Cari, yes.
All right, Cari. she's a superstar, Cari. I know about Cari. So let's talk, Cari.
All right, so I am Cari Grahl. I'm the Reentry Liaison here at Michigan Works. One of my passions is to help people overcome their barriers and accomplish those goals that they are looking to do. I run a few different programs here. One of them is our new program, which I'm really excited about. We just rolled out the carpet a couple months ago, but it's our Fresh Start program where those who are recently incarcerated, I can help them with a few things, employment, work supplies. There's a housing assistant piece in there. So I'm very excited about this new program. Other programs that I run is the Offender Success, Community Corrections, and the FAE&T program. So those getting food stamps. So I do a little bit of everything, but my main focus mostly is dealing with those with criminal backgrounds to help them find employment and be successful. So that's a little bit overview of everything I do. And I'll be at the Opportunity Job Fair, Resource Fair to talk more in person, one-on-one with all the programs that I have and hopefully get some more people enrolled so I can help others be successful.
Fantastic. You know, I'm specifically going to go last to talk about the Men on a Mission last, because I want to make sure that this get out first about what's coming, who you guys are, why you're a part of this, because I think it's important for the people to know about Michigan Works and the partnership that we have with you guys. Next, I'm gonna give my partner in progress. You guys know she needs no introduction. Stephanie, talk about why this is important and why MCOP and you decided, you know what, this is a program that I want to get behind and then make this happen.
Well, I can never say no to you, first of all, but as I always say, in partnership, all things are possible. And I think this is a true testament to that. We have been working with Stacey and her Michigan Works team for decades because we're an anti-poverty organization. They are a employment organization. And so obviously there's just a ton of synergy between our two agencies. And Stacey's just a wonderful person to work with. And so we've just been together for a long time doing some great things. And then obviously at the Opportunity Center and the new program, Men on a Mission, you know, we really want to support the work that you're doing because mentorship is so important to everything we do at the center and at MCOP. And so, you know, you guys are all great people. And I just love to see things like this happen and be successful because that's what community is all about.
You know, when we talk about community, you're right. This is what it's all about. It's about partnerships. It's about helping those that may not have that. You know, the cool part about this is that everybody that's a part of this already has a job, right? So what I'm saying to you is that we're here to help you that don't and those that need the resources. This is what community is all about. This is what IC Gray is about. This is what the Men on a Mission is about. And so the Men on a Mission is to really help those that really need a hand up, as Larry, part of our group would say, a hand up instead of a handout. This is what we're about. We're about a mission of helping the community grow. We're talking about helping the young people for future success. It's 11 core members with the police department, Chad Tolstead as the leadership of this. And to see these young, as I say young, but you know, seasoned men come together for a community cause that's greater than themselves. That's what this is all about. We also have, that's going to be there, as she couldn't be on tonight, is Tammy Farmer. She's with the community credit union, and she's going to help people get their credit together. So you get to set up one-on-one appointments with her in a credit union to get your credit on point, because we all know that credit is very important to everyday life for people. Sometimes it's more important than money. You know what I mean? It's getting your credit right. Those three numbers are important. Also, we're going to have the library there. They talked about having your resume on site be fixed or create a resume on site. So that is pretty cool too. So you can get your resume done. So there's a lot that's going on at this Opportunity Job Fair. Again, the opportunity is for you to help yourself. So with that being said, what do you like about this type of collaboration? Jody, I want to speak to Jody. Jody, what do you like about this type of collaboration, Jody? When you got community members work with a lot of different agencies and you got us coming together as one for this spectacular event?
It's very rewarding. There's a lot of synergy when we all take our areas of expertise and bring it together and have a positive impact to the community. Being able to work together with our partners to connect those dots. There's needs in the community. There's employer needs. There's an energy that comes from taking what we all do very well and working together and it being impactful to the community that we serve.
I absolutely agree with you. You know, me and Stephanie were just at a community coalition meeting, and you know, right now, what's happening in this world, unfortunately, is there's a lot of bleak energy that's happening. There's possibly a lot of people losing their SNAP benefits. There's a lot of layoffs. So I think there's opportunity job fairs coming at the right time. So I encourage those who are watching this program, share it with a friend or family member, to tell them you need to be down here at 3 to 6, to at least get some, some direction if you're looking for that in your life. And we're here for that. This is about community. Ain't that right, Stephanie? It's about community.
Oh, for sure. We have so many great resources coming to the event as well that I just wanted to touch on real quick. We've been working with Monroe County Community College and Momentum program. And so we're going to have representatives from the Momentum program coming talking about how people can get enrolled in college or certification programs at MCCC. We have the Disability Network, another one of our wonderful partners. They're going to be there as well. And we're going to have Lake Erie Transit. So transportation can be a barrier for a lot of people in employment. And so Lake Erie Transit is going to be on hand as well to provide resources. And those are just 3 that I can think of off the top of our head. Obviously, MCOP will be there with all of our different programs and services. But, I think about, we do this wonderful class called Bridges Out of Poverty.
Yeah.
And we're doing a class right now. It's one of our biggest classes ever at Salvation Army. So thanks to Tamika Tucker for hosting us.
Sure.
But, as we do this work, like there's so many barriers and so many things to consider for many people in getting employment. And, it can be childcare and the high cost of childcare. It can be transportation. There's so many barriers. So just bringing all of these resources and employers together to try and eliminate those barriers for people so they can be successful is really what community action is all about. So
Absolutely.
we're really proud to be part.
We're going to have childcare there as well, right?
Yes, childcare network. Yes, childcare network will be there as well.
Fantastic. Stacey, Stacey M, can you talk about who's committed to being there? Employers, do we have that?
Actually, Jody has it. So I'm going to throw that over to her because she's been maintaining our fun up-to-date document. So
thank you so much with that, Jody. That is so,
my pleasure.
That. Yeah, absolutely.
So we're looking at, we want the who's who of it, or how to find the list then of the employers.
Either or. All we put it out there for the people to see.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, we do. So on the flyer itself, there is the link to the full in real time link to the list of all the employers that are participating, as well as a QR code to connect yourself via your mobile phone right to that full list. Some of the employers that have committed to participating are the Sigma Group, the Sigma Network, TWB, so Taylor Welded Blanks. They are a Worthington Steel company. Manpower is going to be there. Local 671 plumbers and pipe fitters. So we have a full lineup. Some unions participating, Monroe Public Schools. So the list goes on, and it's growing. It's continuing to grow as we promote this in the community.
This is like I told you, I've been doing a lot of community service work for over 20 some years now. And this to me is the biggest for me. I've been part of a lot of things, but when you're trying to help someone else find a job, find the resources that they need, this is the actual work. And I'm just so appreciative of you women helping us get to where we need to be when it comes to that, and partnering with us men, because this is the reason why the Men on the Mission started, is because we understand that women has been leading for so long that we as men have fell back, and it's up to us to step up to help a lot of single mothers out and a lot of women out there in this community. And we need to step up and be better at helping this community. So I just appreciate the work that you guys put in and showing us the way of where we need to be. So I just want to say thank you for all the hard work that you do. It doesn't go unnoticed. It doesn't go undervalued. And we see you guys and we salute you for all the work you do, but you shouldn't have to do it alone. So I just want to say thank you for everything that you do. Cari, can you please, I just had to get that off my chest, you know what I mean? Because it's so important to say that we support you. This Men on a Mission supports you. and we're here for you, and we're here as a collective to make things better. But can you talk about more of the role that you do? Because you're playing such a strong, powerful role in this community, of how those resources can help and has helped people right now and in the future.
So I always make sure everybody's going to be job ready, which I do want to mention
Job
too.
ready, yeah.
For those who are going to this opportunity job resource fair, we also hold resume workshops every Wednesday at 10 a.m. And then we have our interview workshop also at 2 p.m. every Wednesday. So we can do mock interviews with them to make sure they are ready to come to this, because it can be very overwhelming. So I know I've been preparing my guys right now for the opportunity fair. We have the resumes ready. I'm talking to them how it's going to be when they get there, because they do get very overwhelmed seeing a bunch of people and they don't know what to do. So I am preparing them all for that. But all the resources, I always think that Monroe County, we all work so well together as a team to make sure that we're making referrals to each other. We're helping each other out, because we all do really want to see people be successful and overcome those barriers and go further in life and make better lives out of themselves. So I know we always worked with MCOP, MRS, the college and everything. And we all work so well together. And that's something that I love. And now teaming up with Men on a Mission, I'm very excited about that too. So I think this is going to be great to continuing to do work with you guys and welcome you to all this stuff too.
Absolutely. In fact, I see somebody on with an iPhone. I don't know who it is because it has no name. Can you introduce who you are? Who is that on this iPhone?
It's me, Aaron Ike Smith.
Hey,
hi, Ike.
All
Hi,
right.
how's everyone doing?
There. Ike, listen, this is my big brother, Ike Smith, part of the Men on a Mission. And when I tell you, I think he's the driving force of this. His words of wisdom, we got this because of the tragedy that happened to his niece. This is why this Men on a Mission started. And I specifically needed him to be a part of this journey because he has so much wisdom and so much class and so much. I just love this brother, and I just learning every time I'm around him. I'm learning more and more, and he's such a faithful person to the Most High. So Ike, please tell the people out there why. I mean, we don't see your face. I wish they could see your face, but the people know who you are. But let's talk about why this is important to you and why Men on a Mission is important to the community and why you got involved.
I think, when I was first approached about being a part of this this team, I'll call it a team because there's so many different skill sets that's brought to the table and that we're able to tap into. We've collectively, I would say, understood and realized that we had failed to actually pass what we had learned and what we had experienced onto the next generation of men and women in our community, especially, the knowledge of who we are as individuals, number one, men and women in our roles. We did not pass on how we had been taught and how people had sacrificed for us to get where we were at.
Right.
There were many mentors that were in the community who stepped up and really helped me through. And I can, most of it was grounded at the Opportunity Center, which is called the ALCC back at that time. But those who had in the community who helped us get along, who had corrected us, corrective discipline.
Yep.
But it was corrective love, as I had saw it. That when you look back on it and see what helped shaped and provided opportunities for us to be successful in life, we had not paid that forward. And I thought it was important that we not only recognize, but that we become examples of how to do that, and to work with the community, work with our leaders, and to just share that experience, strength, and hope that have been handed down to us. There was so many people who are paramount in my growing up and maturing and becoming a man and a father and grandfather. And I just thought that, we had failed to do that. You know, we have all had our own individual journeys, but
Correct.
we had not come together and share those strengths and weaknesses and to build upon, to share with those who would come after us. And hopefully, once we're passed on or whatever, the mission will continue.
Mission.
And that is the ultimate goal for all of us to make sure that this is not a one-time thing or just a 2-year thing, but that it continues, that others are brought into the fold who become benefactors of what we will be sharing. I'm just excited about that opportunity. I can remember when I first got my job at Detroit Edison, how Reverend Jones had called me up to his office and set me down and explained to me a little bit about responsibility and accountability. And, that's been, stuck in my heart from that time on, in my whole working career, that allowed me to prepare to retire and also to still be active in the community and to be able to help those that are in need. Like I can remember getting those Salvation Army food boxes during Christmas and Thanksgiving, and how we looked so much forward to it as our family. And to be able to be part of food drives and things like that, that just warms my heart, because I know how well it felt to get that box, to be able to have that food during those times when economically we were not prospering as a family, but we were still together with the love of our parents. So having this opportunity to be part of this is just paramount for me, and I look forward to it, and I welcome it. I welcome the challenge for me to be active and empathetic with those who will be attending.
Wow. Those are words to live by. You see why? You see why? This is the why. You know what I mean? We always ask, why do you do what you do? Why are you involved? Why do you work with these people? Why is this important? And you just heard the why. It's always the why. And this is why I'm so honored to work with you women and work together as a collective. And let's make sure that this continues to go even after this opportunity and job fair, because there may be some people that missed out, and we want to say we're still here for you. This is what community is about. With so much division in this world and in our communities and across the country, we could be examples of what it can be and what it looks like when we can all work together. Like Stephanie said, with partnerships, all things are possible. And I believe with a trust and working together with this mission is a lot bigger than ourselves. And I'm just so, just sitting down with you guys for the first time, going over what we want to do and how we want to approach this, really opened my eyes up and made me really proud of working with you guys, because I would not be here if it wasn't for someone that worked at Michigan Works. And her name was Connie Carroll, God rest her soul. I want to continue to do the work that they did prior to her leaving this earth. I want to carry on that legacy and make sure that the next generation, because we're not going to be here. We got about 30, 40 summers left, and all of us maybe. But I'm just saying, maybe longer than that, I don't know. But we want to make sure the next generation takes the baton from us and run with it and continue this race. So Stacey, before we get out of here, we got about 10, 15 minutes. Can you still talk about why this is important of doing this type of job fair and why this is important to keep this going? Because I spoke from our point of view, but I would love from the Michigan Works point of view of why this is important. Obviously, it's to help people, but it's much bigger than that, I think.
Sure. So one of the things about Monroe County is that we are truly a collaborative community, right? And
That's
so
right.
we work with folks in our agency who, at this point, I've been here long enough that I'm seeing generations come through, right? So we know that folks are here and they're staying here, right? We also get a good influx of folks who come from out of county, right? And they don't have anybody here. And those are the people that we try and reach when we're here at Michigan Works, because one of the things that we know is that you will be successful in your life, in your job, in your community when you have a network, when you have people, right? People are what you need because Stephanie mentioned this earlier. Yes, childcare is a huge barrier for some of our people to go to work, right? I know that I'm in a blessed situation that I can pick up the phone. If I need somebody to pick up, my child, I can call and say, hey, can you grab her from school? She is sick. Can you come over and sit with her? We get people into our community or people in our community now that don't have that. They don't have a network. So one of the components of this opportunity fair that I think is truly, truly important is the resources that we will have on site. I like to say we can get anybody a job, and we truly can. We can get pretty much anybody a job. Cari can work with some folks that you think, oh, these people will never be employable. She'll get them a job. You can't keep a job though, right? Like you have to have resources to keep your job. I know where I'm going to go home tonight. I know where I'm going to lay my head. I know I have food to eat. I know I can drive my car. I know I have transportation. I know I have a network of folks. What we need to do is get people to overcome these barriers, and then they're ready to go to work. And so when we do a resource and job fair together, it gives people a fighting chance. So they come in and they can talk to Lake Erie Transit, right? They can figure out how to read a bus schedule. You don't know how many people in our community don't know how to read the bus schedule. They don't know where they can get picked up, where they can get dropped off. It's really important that those things are in place because again, I can get you a job and you might get there the first couple days just fine, right?
Right.
But then what? Then what happens, right? What happens when you don't know how to run your household and work? And we do workshops here every day that help people with that, right? So, hey, I have a job now. I've never worked before. How do I make sure the stuff at my house gets done? How do I make sure that we have clean clothes to wear to work, but I'm also working? So, and I have to pick my kids up and I have to help them with their homework. How do I do that? We work with folks on building up their self-esteem every day and making sure that they have a really positive attitude. So we do hard skill workshops like that. We do soft skill workshops too. And it's because when they walk into something like the Opportunity Job and Resource Fair, we want them to feel confident. We want them to feel like their best version of themselves and they can walk in. And it just makes our community stronger. Employers love to hire from the community that they're based in. And we love to be able to provide them with skilled, qualified candidates, right? And why do we want to go outside of our community to do that? Monroe County has everything to offer, and we want to make sure that we're able to use our citizens and connect them with the businesses. And everything we do here is no cost. So folks can come in any day that they are interested, and we're here Monday through Friday from 8 to 5. Walk in the doors. We will see how we can help you. If we can't help you, we know somebody who can. And that's why partnership is so important.
You see, guys, this is why we do what we do. We can provide all the employers and all the resources, but it ultimately comes down to you. Do you want it bad enough? What do you want for your future, for your children's future? What do you want your legacy to be? Again, we can provide all this stuff for you. I don't want people saying, and that was another reason why we started this. We want to eliminate the excuses of, I didn't know this was available. I didn't know this, that, and the third. Now we're saying these are available to you. Please share with someone that you love or, someone that you care about this job fair and resource fair. And don't be embarrassed. Everybody's there looking for a job. It's okay. No one's going to judge you. That's why we're all in this together. We all need each other. We need to get back to humanity. Our humanity has been lost somewhere along the way. And this is a part of us reaching out to let you know that we care about you and we want to see each and every one of you succeed out there. So before we get out of here, I'm just going to go around the horn for any last words. I'm going to start with you, Stephanie.
Well, I just want to say thank you, Aaron and Ike, for being part of Men on a Mission. And mentorship is so important. And it's critical that we keep that going in the upcoming years. And to Stacey and her team, you guys are wonderful partners. And I just thank you guys so much for working with us to help reduce poverty in Monroe. But I can't wait for the Job and Opportunity Fair, Opportunity Job and Resource Fair on Wednesday, November 5th, 3 to 6 p.m. at the Opportunity Center. I also don't want to forget that we are also going to have the Family Medical Center mobile van. They're doing physicals for kids for sports. So it's going to be part of the resource fair as well. So that's me. Thank you guys so much.
Jody.
Thanks for inviting me to participate in this event today. I'm really looking forward to this resource and job fair, and I hope that it really does become something that we do keep going, because the more we can all put ourselves out there and share this information, if it helps one person, it's worth it.
Amen.
So happy to just keep working to connect those dots. It's connecting people with employers, employers with the skilled workers that they need, and people with the resources in the community. So when that all works out, it's very rewarding, and I enjoy being a part of that collaboration. Thank you.
Fantastic. Cari.
Yes, I am so excited to be a part of this team and to be able to be a part of the Opportunity Job Resource Fair. I can't wait to meet with everybody and talk about more about my programs and how I can assist them in being successful. And I'm just really excited. So I don't know. Thank you for having me.
You got it. Ike.
I would just say, I'm just blessed to be just to be a part of this is just awesome. You never think in your wildest dreams that, as growing up, you'd be able to make a difference in your lifetime, and really you can, and others are counting on you to do so. So anyone listening, watching, be there.
Amen.
Thank you.
Lastly, but definitely not least, Stacey.
Well, I just want to say thanks to Stephanie for reaching out and connecting us with this opportunity, but mostly thank you, Aaron, thank you, Ike, and thank you to Men on a Mission, because if you think we're going to let you go after this, you are crazy.
Right.
Because Cari has big plans for you, and that mentorship piece is so very needed. We are so grateful to you for kind of bringing us all to the table here so that we could do this. And this will definitely be the place to be on Wednesday, November 5th. I can't wait to see everybody there. And we're really looking forward to it.
Fantastic. I'd be remiss if I didn't say thank you to my brothers that's been called on this mission. And it's the Core 11. And I want to mention them by name. Chad Tolstead, Keith Dotson, Larry Aaron, Ike Smith, Bill Parker, Lito Mendez, Anthony Hoskins, my big brother Stephen P. Stack. Am I forgetting anybody? I don't want to forget anybody. Rosie Barnes, can't forget Rosie. And last one, but not least, there's one left.
Willie Hall.
There we go. I was trying to do it on top of my head. But sometimes, you have those moments. But I want to thank each and every one of you guys and everybody together. This goes to show you that we can when we do. And I just want to say much love and much appreciation to each and every one of you out there. Let's please show up November 5th. That's this Wednesday from 3 to 6 at the Opportunity Center. You know what I mean? Tell everybody you know. Please be there. And with that being said, I'm going to leave you with love and respect and unity to inspire change. In order to see clearly, you have to see gray. We see gray. Do you? Peace. One love. See you guys soon.
Take care, everybody.
All right, bye now.
Bye.